What's up, guys? Sorry I haven't been vlogging for the past couple of days. I'm still recovering from that head cold a little bit, so I still sound nasally, still don't feel that well, but I feel way better than I did, even yesterday and definitely a couple of days ago. So, still dealing with a little bit of residual sickness, of course, but not as much as I had a couple of days ago. Man, I was not feeling well a couple of days ago. For like that, for basically this entire week, I didn't really want to do that much. But here's something I was thinking about today. You know what I was thinking about today? I was thinking about therapy. Because I was just sitting here and watching a program that reminded me of therapy. And for me, with my own personal experience, like therapy is kind of useless. I mean, it was kind of like this big thing in the 90s. It started off as like, therapy has obviously been around for a lot longer than that, but therapy, was a huge, it was almost like a fad kind of in the 90s. Like everybody had a therapist and everybody was getting therapy, and therapy was like this, there was like this bang, like this big bang of therapy or whatever in the 90s. And then but today it's kind of like, I don't know, today I feel like it's kind of like a dying breed, like having a therapist, not therapy itself, but there are other types of therapy, like there's art therapy, and there's music therapy, and there's, holistic healing and stuff like that. There's all different kinds of unique therapy, like Tai Chi and Qigong and stuff like that, all the Chinese pressure points and acupuncture and healing stones, so much stuff. They have so much stuff, right? And, having a therapist, like, it's almost kind of pointless today, because I think, part of the problem is that people don't give themselves enough credit for being themselves. Like, people can usually work problems out on their own. You don't need to go sit on a couch somewhere and because, what is the therapist doing? All he's doing is listening to you talk to yourself. So why not just talk to yourself? Like from personal experience, talking to myself and working things out on my own, that I'm my own therapist. I can usually work problems out on my own just fine, right? Like I don't need to go pay someone hundreds of dollars a month, right? Because they do cost a lot of money. They're very, very expensive. I'm not going to pay someone hundreds of dollars a month. Some people out there in really, really rich communities, I must imagine they pay like thousands of dollars a month. For what? To have someone listen to you talk to yourself. The thing is, human beings, we need to learn to work things out on our own. It's therapy in itself to solve problems on your own. There's nothing wrong with sitting there and talking to yourself for an hour and working out problems, because you know what? You can probably work out the problem on your own. Having a therapist is kind of pointless, I think, nowadays, because because they don't really do anything. They don't really know. No one really knows about the brain and what is human emotion and human thought and what produces things and ideas and stuff like that. No one can really get a grasp on that stuff. So what is a therapist, right, actually doing? As a figure, as a character in your life, if you will. What are they actually doing, right? I think it definitely needs more attention, because, like I said, when I have problems, I just talk to myself, and I work things out on my own. And people don't give themselves enough credit. Everybody can do that. Everybody can sit there and talk to themselves. You don't need some magical figure in your life, some person that you hold up on this very high pedestal there. I need this person to solve my problems. No, you don't. You have your friends, you have your family, and most important, you have yourself. And I really do think it's important to solve problems yourself, because like I said, it is therapy. Solving problems on your own is therapy. That's how you learn. You can learn a lot about yourself from solving your own problems. It's very important to solve your own problems. You can really, and you can learn about others too that way too. But most importantly, you can learn about yourself, and that's part of the problem with the world today, is that people are starting to lose touch with who they really are. They're too focused on egos and becoming things that they see on TV and magazines and stuff like that. It's more important to find out who you really are, and a massive way to do that in your life, a big way, a very important way to do that in your life, is making sure that you solve a lot of your problems. It's okay to reach out to friends and family and stuff like that for support and solving bigger issues, but you can also solve a lot of your own problems just by talking to yourself. That's all you need to do, just by talking to yourself and figuring things out. So, you know, guys, let me know what you think about that. Leave all your thoughts and opinions down below in the great white void. I want to hear your opinions on that. Do you guys talk to yourself and work out problems too, or do you rely on someone? Do you need someone there to solve your problems? And what do you think about all the topics that I've discussed there? Because I think it's really interesting. You know, I really do. I think that, like I said, you know, I think therapists, having a therapist is starting to become a dying breed now. At least in this country, it's kind of a pointless thing to have among the other pointless activities that we seem to have here in this country sometimes. So go ahead, leave all your thoughts and opinions, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later.